Hey guys, what is up? Pixels here, and in today's video we're doing a build for Pablo and Evil Dead the game. This took me like, 10 matches to test out. I was doing loads of different builds. I was doing damage, I was doing a tank build for him, I was doing a full support build. And, to me, Pablo's sort of like the in-between, like the hybrid type of support where, Cheryl, I'd say Cheryl needs to be a bit more ranged. And Evil Dead 1 Ash like literally needs to be more combat type, combat focused. So Pablo is sort of in between. You can stay away from the demon with the distance, because you get hidden by demon vision. You can actually be a little bit stealthy with your support players as well, which is cool. But I tested this build out over probably 5 games, and I did 5 games of tests and other builds, and they just weren't as viable as using this one. Like out of those 5 games, I think I won 4 out of 5, which I think was really good. I was getting some pretty good healing numbers, but you don't want to worry about looking at the healing numbers with this guy, because the main thing is his amulets, and there isn't actually a stat that shows like the amulets given or anything like that. Which sucks, so you can't really tell how much shield you give your team, but at the same time, you're doing a really good job keeping your team sustained with the amulets and the health. So anyways, let's begin. So obviously the first thing you got to do is spend into Shems Plus. I think the 10% is good enough. You don't need to buff this up anymore, especially with this guy. You're going to be focusing on shields more than anything, so there's not really much point in going for increased restoring more health from drinking a cola. The next thing is Artful Dodger. You're playing a support character, you will get targeted quite a lot, so having the extra stamina cost of dodging is, it's pretty self-explanatory. The next thing is long life batteries. It is nice having an extra 15% battery life, especially at endgame with this guy, because while it might be like, you might think, oh, why are you picking that? I have to pick it, but it actually helps out in this build as well, because it helps you gather more colas and amulets and stuff like that when you do run out. Especially if your battery life, you feel like you're getting close to the dark ones. You have like 0% flashlight normally, and you're like, oh fuck, I need to get some loot real quick, and my flashlight's dead. But it does actually help out in this build as well, so that's good. The next thing you want to go for straight away is maximum increase in amulets. This way you can carry up to 6 amulets, which is just totally insane. Okay, so after you've gone for the increase in amulets, the next thing you want to go for is Seeing Stars, which is going to increase the balance bar damage from your melee attacks. That's just going to help you out early game. If you only have this guy at like level 9, this is what your build should look like for now. If you have him at like lower levels. The next thing that you go for from here though is First Aid, and you kind of want to put 2 points into First Aid. I think it really helps out, especially reviving your teammates. They get a lot of health from it. I got a few revives off because I'm Pablo. I'm actually able to stay a bit hidden away from the demon, and I can kind of get a sneaky revive sometimes with this guy. And I've come out of games, resurrecting like 4 or 5 teammates, and it's really helped out, especially like to win the game, because like I said, it gives them a lot of health when you pick them up. So putting 2 points into that's very helpful. Or of course, you can only do 1 point if you want, and then go for that. It depends how you want to spend your skill points, but you do want it to have 2 eventually, and having 2 colas as well. Okay, so that's it for these rows down here. I don't go for any more because starting the match with extra Shems, I don't think it's necessary, because a lot of the time I will find enough colas while I'm looting to stack it up to 6. So you can carry a maximum of 6 colas and carry 6 amulets with this guy. Not only that, once you get him level 10, you do start with an additional amulet as well. And with his ability, you can drop an amulet on the floor. So, you can literally have 4 amulets at the start of the game, which is really nice. And like I said, but the colas, you can pretty much find them while looting as well. So it's really not that bad. Okay, so the next thing you want to do go for this guy is damage reduction with the reinforced amulet up to 10%. And the improved amulet up to 10% as well. I don't go for the last skill point in that, because it's an only extra 2% increase, and it's kind of worthless for the skill point. So going, reinforced amulet, it obviously makes sense. This guy's based around amulets, and obviously have an improved amulet as well. Early game, it's actually really helpful, because I started spending my pink fuck into my shield straight away, and I was able to just put my shield all the way up, like to maximum at the start of the game. So I had 4 shield bars, I had full health at the start of the game, and it just helped me out even more at looting and, dealing with the demon and that type of thing. So, like I said, yeah, obviously go for the shield improvement with this guy. It makes the most sense. And the next thing that you're just going to go for is Wig Splitter. You have to go for that, unfortunately. And you have to go for a 3% damage reduction as well with this guy. And then the last 4 points is melee damage. I know it's only 15% increase, but you know, being a type of support that he is, you kind of need the melee damage. He doesn't have great melee damage at all. Like, neither does any support characters, really. Obviously, like I said, he is a support character. Why are you not going all support? And honestly, like I said, I went all support, and it's nothing amazing. Like, let's be real, it isn't amazing. Obviously, it's good for reviving people, but, you know, like I said, you have the first aid thing there, which is good enough for me. When you're reviving people, I think that's clutch enough. Obviously, you can get your, you know, revive your own. Once you revive a teammate, you get, you know, you recover a percentage of your own health. And, you know, Brave Survivor, you know, reducing their fear levels will not increase for a short limited time. Like, and, you know, your fear is partially reduced when you revive people. Like, I just don't think these were worth it, because I thought first aid was good enough for being a support character. And like I said, you know, you don't need the pack and pop at all. And these, you know, matchsticks, speed of light, it's just not necessary. Of course, with this guy, what you could do is go for arcane knowledge and fast forward. Because, you know, you can't be detected at the start of the game, so you could pretend, if the demon's not paying attention to where the car is, you can actually get in a car and speed run the objectives if you want with this guy, because yeah, you won't be detected unless the demon actually looks on the map and sees the car moving. But yeah, it's like I said, you know, I think this was his best build I could hope for. And anyways, let's just go in and have a look at see how you should be spending the pink fuck on this guy. Okay, so spending the pink fuck on this guy, the first thing I went for was shield. Like I said, maxing it out. Because you start the match with pretty much 4 amulets, you might as well just, you know, when you find your pink fuck, you might as well just, you know, keep juicing up your amulets as much as possible with the shield. And like I said, it's gonna be so much better, because, you know, having that 4 shield at the early game is gonna help out. And you're gonna find a lot more amulets, you know, like he has a 2-minute cooldown on his amulet dropping ability as well, so you can just keep throwing them out as well, just to stack your amulets back up. But yeah, that's what I go for this guy. I go straight for shield. And then the next thing I go for is stamina. After stamina, I go into melee. And then from there, you know, I either go like health, you know, increasing it by, you know, 200, which, you know, it sort of helps out a bit. And then fear as well, and range. Like I said, I don't really bother with fear that much with this guy, because he's not really that much of a threat when he's possessed. And he, of course, like, he can't really be detected by the demon in any way. So, you know, going for fear with this guy, it's just not really that beneficial. And, you know, you put just whatever pink fuck that you do find, you know, you can pull it into ranged and stuff like that. But like I said, you know, shield, stamina, and melee are like the 3 things I focus on first with this guy with the pink fuck. And like I said, I had really a lot of joy using this build. You know, I was doing really good damage for the team. I mean, not only that, I was doing, you know, obviously giving them good health. I was giving them a lot of improved, like, you know, I was giving them really good amulets as well. Unfortunately, your team doesn't actually get the benefits of, like, the improved amulet as far as I'm aware, or like the, you know, the reinforced amulet, but, you know, that's fine. Like I said, it's really good. It really helps you out as well. And not only that, you know, at the start of the game, if you once you get this guy at level 25, he actually already starts with like a shield bar anyways, which I think is really cool, and like it regens up to, like, you know, the shield bar length. So you can get 1 shield bar for free with this guy. And like I said, once you spend that, you know, in the pink fuck, then you only need to use like 3 amulets to get a 4 shield lengths, which is great. You know, if you do manage to time your dodge as well, you're not taking hits early game while you're looting and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I actually was able to clutch the game for us. You know, like the game you're probably watching is my 3v1, where, you know, I managed to keep, you know, the other 2 people alive. I have no idea how, because some of them kept running away from me, which was really annoying. You know, when people need healing, they need to stay next to their supports, and they need to learn to do that. You know, trying to run away, you know, trying to like sort of sustain yourself, I get it, but at the same time, you know, every time I'm injured, I'll try and run next to a support, because no more than likely they will drink a cola to heal me. But yeah, I was trying my best to sustain these people. Unfortunately, they finally died in the last phase, you know, at the Necronomicon, but I managed to clutch it myself as well, which was good. But yeah, guys, this has been my build for Pablo. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the build, please leave me a comment down below. You know, like I said, this is probably the build I've worked the most on out of all of them, because, like I said, I did it over 10 games. I did it over 2 days, just testing all these different builds out. And honestly, I kept falling back to this build because it just seemed the most viable option for me for Pablo. And like I said, it's nothing too crazy. You know, you're not going to do insane damage with it. You're not going to go, like, totally insane with the support type of thing, you know, with the revives given and stuff. Like I said, I think first aid's good enough just to sustain itself for the revive option as well. But yeah, like I said, this is the best build I could come up with him. I hope you guys enjoy the build. Whoever tests it out, like I said, it's the best thing I could come up with for him. Like I said, you could make this guy a total tank support, which is, you know, really fun. I'm actually going to do different builds as well for you guys to test out if you want to do that as well. But right now, you know, if you're going into solo queue with Pablo, I highly recommend that you test this build out for yourself. And like I said, it did me justice when I used it quite a lot. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. I do stream this game Monday to Friday. You know, sometimes on a Friday, I'll cut off on a Thursday, depending on how I feel, if I do an extra stream on a Friday. But yeah, like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the build as well. And thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Pixels. You're my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.